Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
He was brought down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
I'm coming after you. Hey, shit. You can't block me. You can't block me. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Watch the slant. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray, and he hits Drake. Calling a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Check. Crunch.
From the gun, Murray. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Carrier.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First down, Los Angeles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A gain of 11.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. That'll be caught by Cup. And able to to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
5-yard line.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
26 Mike. They want this. 26 Mike. I got you.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Murray a give. This is Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
now a handoff for Drake.
42-yard line.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Brandon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brought down by
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Murray, they'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. Shift. Kill, turn up.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the curve.
Murray to air it out again. Looking for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Brandon Ayuk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Plays and out. It's 4th down.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Rams.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll pitch it out to Akers. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down now, Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On third down, Taylor. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Behind the chain, second and 13. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's third and 16. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
Taylor's pass.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
A 41-yard attempt.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Sam Sloman for the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Murray. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Troy Hill picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Hey. Boys. 3 down. Check.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Taken about 7 yards deep. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Taylor. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Operating from the gun, Taylor. It got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Akers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Akers.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Devon Kennard.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Now a run with Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Flush to his right. Complete. Jefferson the target. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Rams 33, Cardinals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Rams 40, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they? And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 7.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Taylor. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
28-yard gain.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 27. Operating from the gun. Taylor flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 17-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Taylor. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
For the Rams field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6 man. Deuce. Under crunch.
To throw again. Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Akers, the ball.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Going right back to Akers. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, football, that's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
26, Mike. 26.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
For Brandon Ayuk.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Tight down. There you go. 43 is the mic. You must be dreaming. Hey, check 24.
They'll look to run with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down.
24 is the mic. Hey, they scared. They scared.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
Rams 49.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.